Alright, this is a C5 power steering rack. I couldn't find any videos of people rebuilding them online, so I figured I'd make one. But I'm not a pro, so do all this at your own risk. And heads up, it's no fun, honestly, but it's cheaper and it's more fun than $600. So I'll show you how to take it apart. So like I said, it's no fun, but it's funner than $600. That's an $85 rebuild kit. There's a seal deep in here that makes it really no fun to get out. There's a long stick that I used to break it and get it out really, but you probably need a giant dental pick or something a similar length to really get it out. This is what the seal looks like. It's a little bigger because I already put it in, but this is one that looks the exact same. It's just tinier. It sits in there like that, plastic facing the aluminum shaft. Really, the worst part of this whole job is just this seal. You need to either get something the same exact thickness as this bore and push it through to get this seal out, and that might not even work. It took me a while. It's going to be unpleasant, but other than that, this job is pretty easy. So the way this job starts is this shaft will be sitting inside of there like this with this part sticking out, and there will be a piston on top of it held in by a snap ring. You take out the snap ring and you will pull the piston out. You'll pull actually the whole assembly, and the piston will come off of here, and it'll have this O-ring on the side, and it'll have this bearing and this seal sitting in here like this. You're going to flip it upside down, you'll bang out the seal, they'll both come out. Just keep track of the orientation because that's how they go together. And then you can just press it into something flat. That's the end of the piston. You put it back on when you put it back together. On the actual, I think it's called the yoke, it has 4 Teflon seals that ride in this shaft. You just want to replace those. My bottom one was leaking, which would cause power steering fluid to come out of the actual harness, and that would get steering fluid all over my car, so that was unpleasant. Inside of here is a spring. I honestly don't remember if I have to take this out to get this part out, so if it gives you trouble, try taking out the spring. How it works is this part sits in here and just, that's rounded, so it grooves with that. It'll just sit in there and it'll have spring tension like this, and you'll have that part sitting there. And the more you tighten this nut, the tighter your steering is. The looser it is, the more loose it is. So like you'll see that right here is where this bearing will ride. This bearing has a cover on this side to protect it from dust, and it's open on this side because this whole shaft, this whole part of the aluminum has grease inside of it. And from this point on, where the seal is, it has power steering fluid. There's a snap ring holding this thing in place. It's this one right here. You might break yours. The rebuild kit comes with a new one, so it doesn't matter. Or you might bend it, I mean. This protects it. This little part, you hit it off with a screwdriver, you'll get a new one. This bearing comes out once you take out the snap ring. You have to bang it out, obviously, but I believe this also comes apart internally, but I don't think I have any leaks in here, so I'm leaving that alone. The only reason you really have to take out this bearing is if it's dirty, and also because there's a seal mess this thing up. Whatever. There is a seal that sits down inside of here. This plastic piece goes in first. It just goes in there to bite around this. And then this seal sits facing upwards and drops in there and just sits on this shaft. But that's why you take the bearing out, just to press out those 2 seals. You put them back in. And then I think that's pretty much it. You put the whole thing back together. I said that this seal is hard to get to. There's a Teflon seal that's here. It'll pop out when you take out the shaft. You take out the shaft, clean everything. I used mineral spirits, but you could use whatever you want as long as you dry it. Don't let it get gross. And I think that's all there really is to steering rack. It's not that. I would say this is like 3/4 of the way done. I put in the bearing and the cover for the snap ring and the cover. I forgot the snap ring, so I had to take this off and put it back on. Put all the new seals in there. I greased everything with Lucas's red and tacky grease. This shit's great. Shop's a mess, but regardless, you adjust this for how much you want. So I left it kind of loose, not too tight. If you do too much, it's gonna suck. But yeah, not too much after this part, really. I got new hose clamps. I don't know how these work, honestly, so I'm going to have to watch and figure out how they work. But throw the tie rod ends back on. I got new links for it because these are shot. That one's good. But point is, not too hard. We're going to see if it works. If you were smarter than me, you'll mark it before you take it out. And it shouldn't be too hard, honestly. Just be prepared to get gross.